Welcome to week 5 of the prayer practice. If you've ever attempted to cultivate a life of prayer, you know that it can be difficult. What do you say? How should it feel? And how on earth can people do this for any more than a few minutes? It's easy to get frustrated and to give up. It's easy to overthink it and to complicate things. It's just talking to God. So why does it have to be so hard? Maybe like Ricky Bobby, you wonder, what do you do with your hands? Or maybe you have more serious questions like, does God hear my prayer? Does it even work? And when will God ever talk back? At some point, many of us just give up on prayer. For the most part, we don't really think about it other than before a meal or in church. Many of us have given up on a life of prayer altogether. We just don't spend much time with God in prayer. We don't even really think about it anymore. See, somewhere along the way, our prayer life just flickered and faded away. The hard truth is that prayer is difficult. At least it seems that way. It's no wonder then that Jesus' disciples asked him, Lord, teach us to pray. Even the first disciples felt the same way we do about prayer. They overcomplicated it. They fell asleep, and yet they longed for the life of prayer they saw in Jesus. They wanted an intimate relationship with the Father. They wanted to talk to God. They wanted a life of prayer. And Jesus went on to explain to them that prayer is simple. He told them, don't ramble on and on or complicate things. He told them that they were just talking to their Father in heaven. Think about it. The prayer he taught his disciples took them no longer than 30 seconds to pray. It wasn't long and it wasn't complicated. It was just talking to God. See, according to Jesus, prayer should be simple. But simple doesn't mean easy. It means uncomplicated. See, prayer is a two-way conversation with God. We don't have to complicate it any more than that. There's no pressure to talk a certain way or to pray for a certain amount of time. You don't have to be weird, long-winded, or intense for God to hear your prayer. Just keep it simple and keep it real. A lot of prayers in the Bible are really honest, actually brutally honest. They can even seem irreverent at times. Like read the Psalms. The Bible is full of prayers that are real. But what this teaches us is that we can be real with God in prayer. He can handle your pain. He can handle your anger, your doubts, and even your frustrations. See, so many people think that they need to tell God what they think he wants to hear, rather than what they really think and feel. See, they feel like they can't be real with God. But what kind of relationship is that? God wants your real prayers. He wants you to tell him that you're angry. He wants you to tell him that you're struggling. He wants you to tell him what you're really thinking and feeling. We need to keep prayer simple, and we need to keep prayer real. But we also need to keep prayer going. The key to any practice is, practice. We learn to pray by praying. And the more you pray, the more you learn to pray. And one of the biggest battles in prayer is to keep prayer going. This is why Jesus said that we should, quote, always pray and not give up. Jesus knew that it's easy to give up on prayer. He knew it was easy to throw in the towel. It's easy to get distracted, or even worse, it's easy to get discouraged in the face of unanswered prayer. See, Jesus told us to keep praying because he knew that this is where the real battle is in prayer. The enemy's tactic is to keep you from praying. He will do anything to distract you or discourage you from prayer. And if you're going to have a life of prayer, you must have a plan to keep it going. Have a dedicated time and place to meet with God and do everything you can to fight to keep it going. Make space in your daily rhythm to meet with God in prayer. If we're going to be persistent in prayer, we must keep it simple, keep it real, and keep it going.